Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. That's the only way that you get notified when we post future content and you do not miss the future content that we have lined up. Like this video. That's the only thing I will ever ask you to do. Yeah, that's not too much to ask. Just click the like button and click the subscribe button. If you are looking for forex systems, if you want to download indicators, if you want to download forex robots, there are links in the description box below. Visit those blogs and see if you cannot find what you're looking for. Go through the blogs. Sometimes people request things that are already on the blogs, so go through the blogs. If you cannot find what you're looking for, then you can always come back and leave a request, and we'll try my best to look for what you'll be looking for. Okay, let's get into today's video. So some of you guys have been asking, how do you make your own forex robot, your own automated system? How do you make your own automated trading algorithm, expert advisor? These things come with so many names. Let's face it. If you go on social media, if you go on Twitter, you go on Facebook, Instagram, Telegram, seems like everybody has got their own forex robot and they promise you that it's making them millions. We will not get into that in this video, but seems like the forex trading robots are the in thing. It's not a surprise because, for example, people are trying to make as much money as they can, and also forex robots have an advantage over manual trading. For example, forex robots are not emotional. They are not like a human. So if there's a setup, the robot takes it, whereas you probably think once or twice and double check to see if it's true that the setup is there before you actually enter the trade. So sometimes you get cold feet about a trade, whereas the robot does not feel cold feet, so it will just buy or it will just sell. So that's kind of an advantage. And also for people who do not have time to trade, you can simply do your analysis and you plug in your robot and you walk away and you trust your robot to make the money. So that's why the forex systems, automated trading systems, have become popular. So how do you actually make one? First of all, you need a solid forex trading strategy. I know there are many, if not millions and millions of forex trading strategies out there, but you need to find that one solid trading strategy that has been making you money manually, that you have been using to make money manually, so that you can use that same concept to automate that trading strategy. By the way, you'll be surprised that manual trading is still profitable. It doesn't mean that you need a forex trading robot. Manual trading is still profitable. Look at the big banks. Most of the big banks, of course, they've got PhDs working on these high frequency trading systems and stuff like that, but most of the time those guys, they're doing manual trading because the process of actually coming up with a forex trading robot would actually force the bank to close for some days so that their traders can actually test the systems and do things like that. And you know, people do not, and the banks and the institutions, they do not lose money. They don't want to have days upon days of downtime while they are testing this new forex robot and stuff like that. So manual trading is still profitable, but when you come to a stage where your manual trading is so good and you have this $1 million trading strategy, that you feel you can take to the next level. If you turn it into a robot, then you are the right candidate for developing a trading system. Obviously, then you also need to jot down everything, every concept that's working with that forex strategy, so that you either yourself or you find a programmer that you can pay. You can actually learn, it's called C++, the MetaCodes language that is used to write forex robots for the MetaTrader platforms. It's actually related to C++, the programming language. So you can pick that up in, say, 6 months. Of course, you not learn all the concepts at once, but 6-8 months, if you give yourself time to learn, you can actually learn C++ and will be able to write your own forex robots without hiring anybody. Of course, if you don't have that time, or if you don't want to learn, you can always find a programmer that you can pay to write the code for you. Obviously, you need to be strict with non-disclosure agreements and other contracts. You don't want your $1 million trading system to be out there in the world because you were negligent when you gave a programmer to do the work for you. So first of all, you need to have a solid trading strategy that has been working for you manually and has been making you a lot of money. Then you take those concepts that have been working that strategy, then now you transform them into actual code. That's where you either code it yourself or you find a programmer. Obviously, you need to also find the tools that are related with this system. For example, you might want to rely on the RSI, you might want to rely on trend lines, you might want to rely on moving averages, things like that, because the robot is an algorithm and it's going to work on mathematical formulas. So it needs a mathematical concept somehow, a primary indicator that it relies on. So you need to have that. Then the other thing that you need is you need a solid risk management tool. For example, is your robot going to be relying on trailing stops? Is it going to rely on dead stops? Is it going to rely on break-even? How is it going to manage the trades? So you need that written into your robot. You don't want to plug in your robot and you go away and you come back, your robot has blown your account because it couldn't manage the risk. So risk management is an important part of the robot, the automated trading system. Then from there, obviously, once the code has been written, the robot has been written, and your programmer sends it to you, or you actually have it written, then you need to exhaustively test it out. I would suggest you test it out in demo first. The back tests are okay because you've got a lot of data to test the robot on. The problem that I noticed though is that usually most of the time the robots will give excellent results with back testing, but when you plug the robots into real-time trading, that robot will definitely fail. So it's up to you how you are going to test it, but I'll suggest that after back testing it with years of data, then you need to forward test it for maybe a month, 2 months, and you note out the bugs and you iron out everything before you actually give the robot a real money to trade. You also want to define how much money can be traded by the robot. There are trading robots that cannot trade less than $100 or less than $1,000 or less than $10,000 because some of those robots are too aggressive. So if you place that robot on an account that's a $10 account, that robot is not going to work because it's too aggressive. So you need to also define some of those things. Then importantly, you need to know that there are two kinds of robots. There might be more, but for me there are two main kinds of forex robots. There are those kinds that do 100% automated trading, and there are those robots that will certainly scan the market and they will tell you. So they are partially automated. They will tell you that you should buy now or you should sell now after it has scanned and analyzed the market. So personally, I prefer the robot that tells me to buy or to sell after analyzing the market, but that's just a personal preference. It doesn't mean I've never used robots that are fully automated. I've used robots that are fully automated, but I also find that I also need to have that human intervention in whatever the robot is doing. I don't want to just leave it to do what it does, because I've noticed that robots, when you leave them to do everything by themselves, you find that today you make a lot of money. Today you double your account, but the next day the robot does not realize that the trend has changed or that something has happened. That robot will blow your account. So I usually prefer a system that gives me some intervention where I can see if I agree with the analysis or if I don't agree with the analysis before the trade is taken. So those are some of the things that you need to define. First of all, have a solid trading strategy that's already making you money. Second, gather the tools or the thing that robot is going to be trading around. Is it moving averages? Is it MACD? Is it a mathematical formula that you just thought up, or what is it? Then from there, find a programmer or you learn programming yourself. Then you need to also define risk management. It's important. Your robot cannot work without risk management or you lose your account. Then after that, once everything is sorted and if everything is written, you need to test it and test it and test it and test it before you give it real money. By testing it, you are testing it with historical data, back testing, and you are also testing it in real market conditions to see how it performs. I hope this helps you understand how to make your own trading robot, your own expert advisor, your own automated trading system. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. Until next time, bye.